And I don't want to be working in ballet or opera or, things where it's like, hey, keep this thing alive, even though no one cares about this anymore.
Let's make some delicious food and let's talk about it. Welcome to Dinner and an Opera, again, after a long intermission. After seeing a certain person trash the art form I've dedicated a lot of my life to, I'm going to try and show people on this platform that there's still a reason to care about such a beautiful art form. Before I cook and talk about the iconic Carmen, let me just say this. The world is big and the road is beautiful. That's a direct quote from Carmen. Just because we don't travel down the same road doesn't mean that you can be upset at my beautiful world. Plus, you made it very easy for Michael B. Jordan to look like the best winner by far at the Oscars last night. To me, Carmen is a smoky, spicy, and indulgent food. To me, Carmen is delicious croquetas de jamón with chili and patatas bravas with arugula aioli. The Spanish rhythms and influence over the music and opera, it is only right to serve some Spanish classics. The croquetas are spiced with a sweet smoked paprika and cayenne pepper for a good kick. I coat them in seasoned flour, egg whites, and panko breadcrumbs to really give them a super crunchy coating. Carmen is set in Seville, a place with a massive tapas culture. These are true tapas staples, and something that I can see the soldiers in the opera eating with a good cigarette and a beer. Carmen is a fiercely independent woman and works in a cigarette factory, fighting between a man who wants to control her and her own desires. Something fun that I didn't know is that this aria is actually a cover song. Bizet, the composer of Carmen, took a song by Sébastien Heredia and just adapted it to his needs for the opera. Bizet thought it was a folk melody from hundreds of years ago, but turns out it was just a song that was written 10 years before he wrote Carmen. I used arugula or rocket in the aioli for a little peppery kick and to help cut the oiliness of the aioli too. A tragedy like Carmen is, spoilers, was that Bizet, the composer, died unfortunately only 3 months after Carmen was released. Because of the Parisian response of such negativity towards his creation, he died convinced he had written an absolute flop. If only he knew how massive his opera would become. The singer of this particular recording is Maria Callas. She is an absolute icon of the opera world for her incredibly strong sound and her beautiful control over dynamic. She has a biographical film about her life with Angelina Jolie starring as her. There is a dance in Act 2 of Carmen which requires the use of castanets by Carmen in a 6/8 time signature. A lot of the most legendary Carmens, including Callas, never actually played the castanets because it was so difficult, normally leaving it to a percussionist in the wings. So I'm determined to keep this project alive now, so I'm going to try and do more of these operas so that they get the attention they deserve. Please follow, like, and comment what opera I should cook next. Oh my god. This was so fun to make, and I really love and appreciate that you watched it. Goodbye.